Hey there, today we are replacing a toilet fill valve. This is the one I am using. I got it at Lowe's. Let's get to work. All right, so this is what the toilet sounds like right now when it is flushed. All right, so here's the deal. I am not a professional plumber. If you feel comfortable doing this, you can do it yourself. If not, please consult a professional if you do need it. Otherwise, step one is to turn off the water and then go ahead and flush. Get that drained out as much as you can with the water off. And then when I'm going to be disconnecting here, that guy right there. And I'm gonna have a bucket underneath to catch whatever is remaining of the water. A lot of these connections are generally plastic, so they are mostly hand tightened. You may need to use a wrench. This is the most unfortunate part of these projects. I don't know how plumbers do their job. They are so amazing. I could not have my face by a toilet all day long. So shout out to them. But yeah, get that loosened up and then you should be able to loosen it by hand. After the water hose is disconnected, there may be a little bit of water in that tube. Let it drain into the bucket, and then you'll have a little washer that is basically holding the above fill valve in place. So you want to loosen that as well. You may notice very quickly here that as you start moving this, the fill valve is actually going to start moving in the tank above. So you can see that kind of wiggling there. You will want to hold on to that so you can turn the nut and loosen it properly to get it removed. I think this project took about 15 minutes start to finish, and a majority of that time was just spent getting the washer removed and everything disconnected. That is honestly the longest part just because it's an awkward angle. So you may have to hold onto this while you unspin the washer. Eventually it will come off, and then just let the rest of that water drain out. And pulling this up will allow that to release fully. Or at least a little bit more. Okay, so there's the old fill valve. Okay, so these fill valves come with some pretty easy instructions. So you can do this at home. Once you have your nasty old fill valve out, you want it to be about 3 inches above the overflow pipe, like here. So easiest way on the last one I did was just to twist this and match it to the size of the existing fill valve to get the right measurement, and then double check it. And this just twists pretty easy here. All right, so this should be pretty darn close, matching up those seal lines to where it should be. So we will be putting that into the bottom hole there. There's a little water in there, that's okay. Did not fully drain, we're good. So like I was saying, you'd want that to be about 3 inches above the overflow tank. I'm gonna get a measure tape and just double check it so I know it's right. Obviously this is pretty high compared to the lid, so we'll probably drop it down a tiny bit more. So I was correct, it is a little bit tall. So just placing that measure tape on the overflow valve. It's about 3.5 right now. I'm gonna drop it down a little further. All right, and we're right about there. It is tilting a little bit, but it is very close to that 3 when it is straight. So we should be good here. All right, your kit should come with a new washer. That will go back on the bottom here. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in place now before I cut the pipe. I'm just holding this in place and then turning it. You should be able to hand tighten pretty well. And I'm just gonna tighten it a little bit further. attach the water hose. All right, and then we want this to be trimmed a little shorter there. You do not have to use the clip like it says. You can go ahead and cut that. And stick it in. Overflow valve. Overflow valve may be a little older, so it's not fit as well. It's a little snug. Should be good though. And that should be it, honestly. These old shark valves have had some issues. You know, where the water pressure gets too high from being locked up for a minute. We're just gonna push it slowly, release some of that pressure. Nothing is leaking yet. And that is starting to refill. Like I said, we're just releasing some of the water pressure. It's been locked up for a minute. We want it to leak and blow out this pipe, so go ahead and give it a little bit more and put the water back in. That's it. No leaking. Okay, so we've got everything out, all the old pieces. Nothing is leaking. Awesome. This is supposed to be about a ½ inch above the water line, which is looking good. If needed, you can change water tank height here and your water bowl if you want it to flush with more water. But overall, a super easy project for an amateur non-plumber. Got water in the tank, water in the bowl, not leaking anywhere. I'm gonna leave that towel just for now, just to make sure, and I'll come back and check. But it's good. Put the lid back on. And you should notice it's quite a bit more quiet and not making that whistling noise anymore. Silent as can be. Love it. If you do notice, this is one other thing on my other toilet that I did. If you notice the water tank seems to be running after you do this change, you may need to look at replacing the flapper, which is also, I think, like $6 or $7 at Lowe's, Home Depot, and you can get these on Amazon as well. I would recommend taking the flapper with you to the store and measuring against one of the existing ones. They do have different sizes though, so just a heads up, that will save you time. Good luck.